Nick Bayer, welcome to Ask Pocket. Ask Pocket, of course, is what happens when a mummy and daddy pocket can't conceive naturally, so Dr. Nick Boy needs to come in and implant the Ask Egg surgically. Our first question comes in from Yvette Fred Scalpel. Who makes the crazy website screen caps a la 1 minute and 56 seconds in the Last Guardian news segment? For those of you who don't know, Yvette is talking about these. Those are courtesy of your friendly neighborhood John, ladies and gentlemen. He spends a lot of his morning just screen recording websites, and this is his way to express some of the creativity that is just bursting out of him. I suggested he just start painting nudes, but he said he didn't like the idea of running a soft brush against my lumpy hips. Our next question comes in from Anna Melting. What's in your pile of shame? The game pile of shame. The games you have every intention of playing, but just haven't. Glad you specified games, Anna Melting, otherwise this next segment would just be 10 minutes on the aforementioned lumpiness. But look, my pile of shame actually isn't too big for games that have come out recently. There's a lot I haven't finished, but in terms of games I actually intend to play, the pile is quite small. There are games in series I haven't played, like most of the Final Fantasies, because I've played a couple of them and I know I don't really want to play the others. But there are a couple of iconic games out there that I haven't played that have actually had a really big impact on gaming. Ico is one of them. Not sure how I missed it. I was a PlayStation 2 diehard, and it is very much my kind of game. In fact, I bought the Ico and the Shadow of the Colossus collection on PS3, and I still didn't play it. Maybe I'll finally get around to it when they release The Last Guardian, and I'm inevitably let down. I also haven't played Half-Life. Don't hurt me. I wasn't a PC gamer growing up, so that's how I missed it. I got the orange box for 360 and played some of Half-Life 2, but that just didn't inspire enough excitement to go back and play the other ones. I think it's because, to me, those games just don't hold up. It's not that they necessarily become bad games, it's just the things that made them special at the time. Between the environmental storytelling of Half-Life 1, the physics puzzles of Half-Life 2, this was stuff that most games weren't doing at the time. But that stuff is now just so expected in video games that it's just not that special anymore. Also, I really hate Gordon Freeman being a silent protagonist. I know the idea is to be immersive and feel as though you are the character and people are talking to you. But you know what? My mum says I'm a character, and I speak. I speak all the friggin' time, so when Alex asks Gordon how he is and he just stands there and says nothing like John when I ask him to say anything on camera, it's just rude. Also, I never played Morrowind, much to Pete's horror. Moving on, and Eden is up next. I'll kill you. You couldn't. Legally. My friends are trying to convince me to play MMOs. I would jump into WoW if it just started, but now it's too daunting. Where is the best chance to recreate that feeling by joining a relatively new MMO? Eden, you could start playing WoW. I do think Legion is probably the best expansion if you're new to jump in and start having fun. The problem is, I don't think WoW holds up if you've never played it before. I love it because it's been with me for so long and it's just like slipping into a warm, low poly count bath. But Pete just started playing, and Pete, what's your impression? See? The other problem is there's not too many relatively new MMOs that also have a player base healthy enough that they're not going to get cancelled by the end of this episode. So my question to you is, have you considered a MOBA? All the depth and complexity of an MMO, huge established player base, probably the fastest growing genre out there, plenty of great games to choose from. What's that, Eden? You say you don't have any friends to play MOBAs with? Well, let's move on to our next question. Lachlan Cody says, I've been interested in getting into MOBAs after starting to play Paragon this week, but I'm too scared to play against other players yet because it feels like there's way too much to learn before I'll be good enough to not let the team down. What should I be doing so that I'm not a total waste of space on the team? Lachlan, meet Eden. Eden, meet Lachlan. Eden enjoys playing games with friends, new experiences, and writing in letters to Pocket. Lachlan is a team player with a healthy respect for not wasting other people's time, and also enjoys penning letters to lumpy internet celebrities. I think you two are gonna get on great. Eden, Lachlan says he's playing Paragon, which I hear is a fine job of a game, but if you're looking for that real MOBA experience, I would personally recommend either jumping into Heroes of the Storm, which is a nice stripped-back game that's also easy to learn, and short games means you're not just sitting there losing for 6 hours at a time, or if you're really up for it, just jump into the granddaddy of them all, Dota. Lachlan, to answer your question about what you should be doing at the beginning, start in easy or normal AI matches. Stay there until you're comfortable with a couple of characters that appeal to you mechanically, and just have fun getting to learn everything. I say have fun, but I actually mean be overwhelmed and have to go do homework by reading guides online and watching pro players play. But in the end, it's totally going to be worth it. because you'll then graduate to playing against AI with human teammates. All the aforementioned games offer this as an option. Then, when you're confident with that, enter the player versus player games, try your best, instantly mute anyone who is an asshole, and tell your loved ones it was nice knowing them, but you're now in a committed relationship with a video game. The Pocketeers Facebook group regularly runs Dota Noob Nights, which are a great way to just jump in and start playing. Or if you want to play Heroes or Paragon, I know there are going to be people in that group that will help you out. Lachlan, Eden, I have a feeling about you two kids. Exchange contact info on the Pocketeers Facebook page, but nothing too personal because Lachlan could be a serial killer. Our final question comes in from Plush Odin. Have you ever fallen in love with a video game character? And if so, how far did it go? Oh, yes, I have. How do you think baby Sam got here? Does this lanky Italian who knows how to handle a pipe look familiar? That's Daddy Sam. All right, that's it for today's episode of Ask Pocket. If you have asks, hit me up on Twitter with the hashtag AskPocket or in the comments below. Until I next answer your asks, Inkway out. I would like to request these former Disney devs create an AR version of Bambi so I can shoot a deer in my living room without having to clean up the mess this time.